Assalamu alaikum students. Today we'll study a poem from class 10th. The name of the poem is Prayer. It is actually written in Kashmiri and it's written by the famous Shair Kashmir, G.R Mehjoor. And this poem is translated by G.R Malik. The book is prescribed by Board of School Education, Kashmir. So let's go to the introduction of this poem, right? As I said, you can see the picture of the Shairi Kashmir, Mahjoor. The poem Prayer is written by him. He was born on August 11 in the year 1887 in the Mitrigam area of Pulwama of South Kashmir and died at the age of 66 on April 9 in the year 1952. Mehjoor talks about, in all his poetry, he talks about nature, love, harmony, solidarity, confidence in God, human values, strife, envy, contempt in his poetry. Okay? He awakes the conscience of people, advocates the concerns of poor, discouraged and stifled laborers. तो यही themes उसकी poetry के अक्सर मिलते हैं हमें. So this poem is translated into English by Professor G.R Malik. The poem is addressed to the Lord of Universe, Allah Almighty, in which he makes certain wishes. I mean, the poet makes certain wishes before Almighty Allah. What are these wishes? Let's go to them. So, this is the prayer, and let us go to the prayer first and try to understand, right? So, let us read it in Kashmiri first. Let us listen to this prayer in Kashmiri. Enjoy this prayer in Kashmiri. Enjoy this dua in Kashmiri.
Here's what I found.
So thank you, students. That was it's Kashmiri, the original form of this poem, the melody and music. So let us try to recite this poem in English now, right? So listen to it, and this is the translated form, and let us recite it. Lord, you are my hope and trust. Lead me to the way of truth. How long shall I dwell in ignorance? Pour me the nectar of knowledge. Lend ear to my wailing and please cure me of ills and pains. Be kind each moment to me. Let me never feel in want. Save me from sloth, infirmity, and doubt. Surcharge my heart with passion, zest, and hope. Let me never chant the sleep inducing tales. Let me sing the songs which infuse life into the dead. Let me sing of that which inspires people with love and causes all bitterness and hatred to vanish. You brought me to bloom with the earliest vernal breeze. Let not the burning heat of summer wither me grey. Like dew, how long shall I wait for the first flash of the sun? Awaken me with the flowers in the first stroke of the dawn. In form, I am a man. In substance, far from humanity. Subject me not to trails, shame not my human form. Forsaken by man am I, and so they call me Mehjoor. People may desert me thus, but you don't abandon me, my Lord. So, dear students, that was the recitation of the prayer. Let us go to the poetic devices in this poem. So, सबसे पहले इसमें देखते हैं कि इसमें पोइटिक डिवाइसेस क्या है. मसलन सबसे पहले सिमिली को देखते हैं. तो simile, a figure of speech comparing two unlike things that's often introduced by like or as. ठीक है ना? For example, a face like a mosque or as white as snow. So snow जैसा सफेद है ना? फेस मास्क जैसा, जैसे आजकल हम सब पहनते हैं बिकॉज कोविड-19 का जो इस वक्त इम्पैक्ट है, घरों में बैठे हुए हैं. तो अच्छे से आप मेरी बात को सुनिए और समझिए. तो अब इस पोइम में से मैं आपको एक एग्जाम्पल देता हूँ सिमिली के लिए. फॉर एग्जाम्पल ये लाइन है, लाइक ड्यू हाउ लॉन्ग शैल आई वेट फॉर द फर्स्ट स्ट्रोक ऑफ द डॉन. यहाँ पे ड्यू को इंसान के साथ कंपेयर किया गया है कि ड्यू की तरह जैसे ड्यू इज कंपेयर टू द ह्यूमन बीइंग्स फॉर वेटिंग लॉन्ग टू गेट अ फ्लैश ऑफ सन. तो एक और इनडायरेक्ट यहाँ पे सिमिली इस पोइम में है, जैसे अवेकन मी विद the flowers in the first stroke of the dawn. In other words, it means awaken me like flowers. जैसे उनको आप awake morning में करते हो, इसी तरह मुझे भी. Then there are metaphors, a figure of speech in which a word or phrase literally denoting one kind of object or idea. यानी डिक्शनरी की कुछ मीनिंग होती है, but here it is used in place of another to suggest a likeness or analogy between them. तो कुछ analogy होती है दोनों चीजों में. For example, she has a heart of stone. किसी का सख्त दिल है, तो हम इसको स्टोन के साथ यहाँ पे हमने कंपेयर किया. तो विदाउट यूजिंग लाइक और एज. तो इसी तरह वे ऑफ ट्रूथ. तो वे ऑफ ट्रूथ कोई तो अगर देखें रास्ता तो फिजिकली पॉसिबल नहीं है कि कोई सच का रास्ता हमें दिखाई दे. सो इट इज द वे टुवर्ड्स द लॉर्ड, इट इज द वे टुवर्ड्स द अल्लाह, इट इज द ट्रू पाथ. इसे हम अगर आप मोस्ट ऑफ द मुस्लिम्स बच्चे जो होते हैं वो जब अलहम्द शरीफ पढ़ते हैं तो उसमें वो कहते हैं अहदिना सिरातल मुस्तकीम, मुझे सीधा रास्ता दिखा. तो दिस इज वे ऑफ ट्रूथ. सो डिवेल इन इग्नोरेंस मीन्स सीधी सी बात है, इट इज यूज्ड इन प्लेस ऑफ जहालत, है ना, where you don't have proper knowledge or you don't know which is the right way to move and come closer to God. Nectar of knowledge. तो हम दुनिया के बहुत सारे इल्म पढ़ते हैं, but nectar of knowledge is the ultimate ilm, is the ultimate knowledge that leads us to and gets us closer to God. To me, I think nectar of knowledge is the knowledge of the sacred book, that's Holy Quran. Yeah. You are my hope and trust. So again, hope and trust means you are my Lord. So instead of hope and trust, Allah, he is saying hope and trust. You brought me to bloom. You simply know flower bloom होते हैं तो यहाँ पे इंसान को भी इंसान का जो growth होता है उसको bloom कहा गया. So these are some of the metaphors. Okay. Now let us go to summary. और एक quickly हम इसकी summary को पढ़ते हैं. Actually, this prayer is submitted to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in which the poet makes certain wishes before him. He has an absolute trust and faith in Almighty Allah and appeals him to lead him to the path of truth. जो capital H है, that refers to God, and the small h है, that refers to the poet. So he wants to be led to the way, path of truth and righteousness. He entreats, appeals God to remove his ignorance and bless him with the enlightening knowledge. He requests him to listen his complaints and requests, so to enable him to get rid of all the sorrows and sufferings, pains, hardships, sloth and infirmity and doubt. Sloth आपने देखा होगा यानी unwilling to work or make any effort. इसी तरह infirmity थोड़ा सा different word मुझे लगा यहाँ पे, so that's weakness, right? The poet begs his Lord to spare him from chanting sleep-inducing tales and instead let him sing such songs that will infuse life into the dead. He wants his songs should inspire the people with love and remove hatred from them. He aspires his life should flourish with spring blossoms and it be saved from stifling heat of summer. मुश्किलात मुसीबतों से वो चाहता है कि बचूं और बाहर में जब फूल खिलते हैं तो इस तरह उसकी जिंदगी खिलती रहे. तो ये है कॉन्सेप्ट. तो इस तरह वो अल्लाह से दुआ करता है. He wants to be awakened with flowers in the first stroke of dawn. The poet pleads before the Lord not to put him to harsh tests lest his human form should be put to shame. तो ज्यादा आजमाइश अल्लाह से कहता है मुझे आजमाइश में ज्यादा न डाल क्योंकि उससे मैं क्या हो जाऊंगा, मैं दुनिया के सामने शर्मिंदा, क्योंकि I will not stand to those tests. The poet feels deserted by the people, so he has the only hope of Lord and implores Lord not to desert him. तो इस तरह उसे लगता है कि लोगों ने उसे छोड़ दिया है, अब उसको बस एक दामन बचा है, वो अल्लाह का दामन है. उसे कहता है कि तुम मुझे नहीं, आए अल्लाह आप मुझे नहीं छोड़ना. राइट. सो थीम क्या है इस पोएम का? लेट अस गो टू द थीम. राइट. एज ह्यूमन काइंड वी आर superior to all other creatures. उसमें कोई शक नहीं है, अशरफुल मखलूक है हम, but we are helpless and must be submissive before Allah Almighty. तो वहाँ पे हमें उसके सामने तो गिड़गिड़ा कर मांगना है, सबमिसिव रहना है. We should beg to Almighty Allah in a desperate and earnest way. खासकर आज के दौर में जब बीमारियां, परेशानियां, मुसीबतें, स्ट्रेस वगैरह ये सारी चीजें आ गई है, तो we should be in this desperation, we should earnestly move back to Almighty Allah and ask him to give us knowledge and save us from sluggishness, weakness and ignorance. Right? तो इसके बाद मैं आपको कुछ क्वेश्चंस पूछने जा रहा हूं. तो ये क्वेश्चंस अगर आप कर पाए तो मान लीजिए कि आप अच्छे से ये पोएम स्टडी कर चुके हैं और एग्जाम में बहुत अच्छा कर सकते हैं. जैसे कि द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज लिस्ट द वर्ड्स इन द प्रेयर that suggest the feelings of the poet. क्या महसूसात हैं पोएट के, वो इस पोएम में लिखे गए हैं, उनको आप लिस्ट कीजिए. What troubles the heart of the poet? What are the words that suggest universal brotherhood in the poem? List the words that create excitement and inspiration in us, right? What does the name Mehjoor suggest? So, with this, the poem comes to an end. Thank you very much.